So hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Behind the Weebs for SunnyCon Anime Expo. And I'm literally behind a curtain right now. We're here at Expo Point 2 and we're doing promotions. So what better thing to do than a video on how to promote. And our promotions vary wide from online social media kind of adverts and whatnot. We have had physical print paper ads, and this kind of one is our main one where we try to get word of mouth out, and that's through our flyering and handing out freebies at different events. Now this one's held at the Northumbria Students Union, and this is our second time of doing it, so it's the second time of running as well. But this is where we basically get a small community group together, because these events, they're not that large and there's no disrespect there to them, but they're not like the big kind of like marquee kind of events. These are small ones for like smaller gatherings. This is a free to enter event, so you know you can't complain at a free event. And there's usually like traders, smaller traders stalls here and there. We usually get tables here, and what we do is we have a table full of flyers, different prints, and Donna has her own jewellery store, Luminescent Sunrise on Etsy if anybody's interested. And what she does is she sells her stuff and we promote from there. And that's one way of promotion. Now we were up at about 7:30 this morning, where we had to leave for the metro from Sunderland station, and we've got here at around about 8:30. We've bumped in another team member of the SunnyCon staff, Richard, who's here to help us for the weekend. Do you want to poke it in? It's Richard. I'll just edit that in somewhere. And basically all we do is we sit around and talk to attendees. Some attendees are SunnyCon attendees as well. Network with different new businesses. If there's a trader here or an artist here that we haven't met before, we'll introduce ourselves, hand a business card, maybe a flyer. It's difficult now because we've sold out of artists and trader tables, so we can't really say, well, come to SunnyCon and trade and that, because there's no tables available. But we're trying to promote for the audience in Newcastle and surrounding areas, as anybody else would know, like, you know, from around the area. And if they haven't heard of SunnyCon, they'll hear here. And for Liverpool, we still promote that, but not as heavily as we would. We'd usually go to like a Liverpool-centric event or somewhere in the northwestern event from that. So our thing with promotion is this is to get the word out. As you would see in the last video that I made, our ticket sales are our main source of income for the event, and we need everything paid off early. So we push our promotions. We have to try to encourage attendees to buy tickets early, and this is a chance for attendees or potential attendees to come in and give a one-to-one to us. You can meet us in person, and you know, ask any questions you want about the event, and we'll have the answers. It's the same online. I mean, you could email us now and, you know, ask us any question, or we have an FAQ. We're more than open to answer questions, and it gives people that kind of certainty, like, you know, like we are a real event. We're not just something that's popped up online says, oh, we're running, and no other information. So it's good for attendees to meet us, good for us to interact, a good little networking thing going on, and it's something that we've done for ages now. So this type of promotion, I'll put a few clips of, like, you know, around the expo. We also used to do SunnyCon on tour videos, where it's basically we went to an event, just had a film about, a little bit of music and a walk around it. Like I say, this one's a much smaller event than what we're used to, and there's not many cosplayers here. There's not really a timetable or schedule. It's more of a market, and upstairs there's a video game area and board games. Lots of familiar faces. Obviously, like I say, there's a lot of crossover between SunnyCon attendees and this event, and we've promoted this event for them, and it's pretty good. I mean, you can hear in the background they've got the music playing. So this is a different video. This isn't me just sitting at home with my shelf behind us. It's actually going to be out in the field now, just doing promotions, really. So like I said, today's topic is promotions, and we are out in the field at the moment. This is just one way we promote, that's having a table at different events, flyering at events, just mingling and networking, and that's one of the main things. We find that word of mouth is our biggest asset, when it comes to advertising for SunnyCon. Attendees tell other attendees, tell other attendees, and it kind of snowballs from there. And it's part of the success of why we have grown so much, because we run a good event, we get good reviews, people talk about it amongst other people, and it's all that positivity that comes back to us, and we see the growth. And hopefully we continue that, and now we're at a point where we want to make a bigger leap forward in attendance figures, where we would like to sell more than just a couple of hundred extra tickets a year, but actually reach a point where we have thousands more tickets every year. And that's the thing, because we're plateaued at the moment. We've got the solid base in Newcastle. We are expanding to Liverpool, but that's a different market set. So put that to one side. But for Newcastle, we focus on being a good event and trying to get more people to come into the region from further afield, and try and grow our community from the base which is here, which is why we're at these events. No matter what size it is, an event is a good way to get exposure and to get the name out there. It doesn't matter if it's like a small event. I mean, we've promoted events. There was one in, if I remember, about 2 or 3 years ago, where we went to an event in Hartlepool, and it was held in an MMA gym, and there was about 4 traders and artist tables there, and it was cramped. The floor was padded, but it was crammed, it was sweaty. Like I say, it was an old like training gym, and it's amazing where you can hold like little events here and there. And we still went there, we still promoted, and I believe we've still got ticket sales from that. And that's part of the genius of it. It's like, it's great. You can go out, you can attend conventions, you can have fun, and for us, we can then grow our business from that. So that's what it's like when, you know, this is one part of the promotions where we go out and just meet people face to face. Now, another part of promotions is online adverts, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube, and Facebook videos now. These video series that I'm doing behind the Weebs, this is part of our promotions. This is, you know, we're not just like a faceless organisation, like a big corporation that just rakes money in and feels nothing. We are a fan-based community. We are fans ourselves, all of the staff. We are fans of anime and Japanese culture. It's one of them great ways to promote it that we found, and it's been underutilised in recent years, is that we don't really do enough videos. And so my New Year's resolution for 2019 was get out there, make a video series, and hopefully have more content to put up on these places, because loads of people watch YouTube. By the way, we've reached over 500 subscribers, thank you very much. Facebook, which also get the videos but a different kind of edit, and it's from there. So that's another type of promotion. And Facebook adverts, where we have different images from previous SunnyCons, maybe so we commission artwork as well, and we put up adverts and try and spread it out that way. It's more costly than it is just going to events, local events I should say, because there's still cost involved in going to events further afield. But it's all part of the promotions, and when you start up a convention, one of the things that you kind of underestimate is how much you need to be a salesperson. Now, my background before this was self-employed business, and I have an NVQ level 4 in retail. So it's really, you know, skills that I can transfer over, but you don't realise the magnitude of what you have to do to just try and sell your event, sell your vision to other people. It's when you start an event, and it is difficult, because you have to build a community, you have to build a reputation, some kind of foundation there to grow on. And it took us about 2 or 3 years to do that. So anybody who starts up a new convention, unless, you know, you get like, you've got the experience, you bring in somebody with experience, you have to build up the trust with potential attendees and attendees. And that's a tough thing that not many people really get. They think, oh, I'll just have a venue, I'll have an event, we'll just run a fine like that and go from there. So other forms of promotion are more advertising and media. Now, we have run newspaper ads in the past, and we get contacted saying we have a special rate in the Daily Mail or Sunday Telegraph. And the thing with traditional media is like billboards, newspapers, also direct leafleting through letterboxes, or you can go onto like a website and have your company's banner up there. but these are really costly options for us, and we have very little advertising budget. What we rely on, like I say, is word of mouth. Our advertising budget is near non-existent at the moment because it's thousands and thousands of pounds. I think for like a print newspaper media, like that kind of advert, you're looking up to 20 to 30 grand. And that's just like the base price, that's not including VAT on. So it's not really an option for us to advertise on the side of buses, like the big screens down in Piccadilly Circus, you know, that's not an option for us. Whereas like bigger events, they can advertise that way. They can spend thousands on their like social media ads as well. For us, we have to be very frugal, we have to be very effective. We run competitions as one way of promotion, especially online. And we give away prizes, so rather than spend say £30 on social media where we can possibly get 15 likes, and usually you lose 5 likes within getting them because Facebook's full of like bots and people who just click and click off. And rather than spend the £30 on that, what we decide to do is we'll go out, we'll buy a prize from an anime store, take that prize, put it on a competition, and that gets us likes and shares, and sometimes people click on liking the page, and we find that's a more effective way of gaining like a social gathering online. And we can then go on to whoever's liked our competition at the time and scroll down, and there's an option to invite them to like the page. So if they are a fan of anime or anime conventions, then we can invite them and we get likes that way. And it's much more effective because we've got a fan base then that will interact, that will be interested, and they're not just somebody from India, a random clickbot farm that won't react. And that's what Facebook algorithms run on, is people reacting and giving back and forth, and it's made our page very successful, and that's why we've got about 12,000 likes at the moment, and we're looking further to get like 50 to 100,000 in the near future. But that's all for a wait and see at the moment. So this has been a quick look into promotions, how to push an event, how to advertise as such for the event, and I've covered just a few things. But like I say, I'm currently at an event at the moment. We're handing out flyers, we've handed out all of the old tote bags and t-shirts, some goodie bags which is like candy with flyers and whatnot. Lots of different things that we can hand out just to try and get the buzz back, and it gets people out there, people walking around with SunnyCon bags, SunnyCon t-shirts on, and it's all promotions, it all helps. And hopefully they'll go out into the wild, they'll get noticed, people, oh, what's SunnyCon, oh, SunnyCon's this, and we get ticket sales from that. And that's the goal at the end of the day, get the tickets sold as early as possible, in as much as possible. And from that we get finances, invest. And that's as simple as that. That's promotions for SunnyCon Anime Expo. I hope this has been educational. I hope this hasn't felt too rushed because it is hectic here. So I will say thank you for watching. Remember, we have all our social medias, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Please go on, follow us, like us, share, subscribe, and once again thank you for 500 subscribers on YouTube. Let's see if we can't reach 1,000 in the next few days or months coming. And I've been Tuggy. See you later.